After the interception, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Well, he exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 1-yard gain.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He completes it to Evans. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Ravens will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. Shifts past him at the 45.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. His throw incomplete.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. After the sack on first down, Jackson. Harris has it over the middle. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Flush to his right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. To throw is Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Chase Claypool. His second touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Byrd. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second down and 7. Here's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Hey, 88. Crunch.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 46.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They go play action now. Jackson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep.
Play action. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Butker's kick here is good. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
These two teams making their last-minute adjustments. The second half coming your way from Pittsburgh. And to bring it to you, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Hey, Charles, they got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Right back to him on first down. Finding some room at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48.
59 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now a give right side. Moore. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
The terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Jackson now. Got a man, it's caught. for a Ravens touchdown. Chase Claypool, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. They'll run the screen with Carson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Runs over him. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And now here's another interception. William Jackson with a pick. He's at the 50. 30.
That's all you got.
10, 5, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing them. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. On 2nd down now. It's Carson. Big hold to the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Rodgers now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Carson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. He finds his target, it's Evans. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. This is caught by Evans. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. To throw is Rodgers. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Steelers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Moore. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
76 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
They'll run on first down. Moore. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep playing.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better 1st quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. William Jackson with a pick. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
On third down, it's Moore, and he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Rolling to his right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to take another shot here and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Bird to return from his end zone. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. And the Ravens come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.